lobby is ready to go. And hello, good evening, welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to RSF1 Season 3 of Tier 1, or F1, GP1, whatever you want to call it, around Mexico. Third to last race of the season. There's only here, Brazil and Abu Dhabi left to go. But obviously, after this race today, we do have a couple of weeks break. I am Monster Skyline, and I am joined by LL Blazerguns, and kind of Michael, but he's not going to be talking, so say hi to all three of us. I don't care. But anyway, we're just getting into qualifying one now. Blazer, how you doing, dude?
I am doing good, I am happy, I am charming, and I am ready to go.
How you doing, Michael? He hasn't included his audio. He's being a little hobbit about the whole situation. He's like, "Oh, you're not meant to mention me. Don't mention me. I'm not here.
Yes,
I'm not here. Don't mention me. I'm not meant to be here. It's just you two."
Okay, we will.
Michael.
We will.
Thank
Right,
you for the drive
just
by,
to give you
Michael.
guys a... Yep, thank you for the drop-by. Alright, just to give you guys a heads down, unfortunately we're missing, looks like, quite a few drivers. So we only got 14 drivers here in the lobby. Hopefully there will be some more drivers joining in later before the race. But at the moment it's only 14 drivers. Just to give you a rundown of the championship situations here in F1. Tonight we could possibly crown a new F1 champion. Oh,
Do you want to know how it works? Me and Michael will talk about this.
oh god, go on then.
So, all Easter needs to do is get top 6 to rule out anything that Lando does.
Oh, okay, so
But
no matter what,
Lando,
Easton has to finish in the top 6.
If Lando gets second with the fastest lap, Easton basically has to DNF or be 11th or lower. If Lando gets fastest lap of the race, and no, if Lando doesn't get fastest lap of the race but gets second, Easton wins anyway. Like, even if Easton DNFs, he still wins. And then basically, if Lando gets first with the fastest lap, Easton has to be 6th or higher. That's basically the only two stipulations that Easton has to do to get the title, or for Lando to keep the title going.
Okay. And same talk about Easton. Easton is out on track on the medium tyres on his outlap, and I don't know why, but Nat Dog's deciding to go out on intermediate tyres.
I swear we had this last week where people did this.
Yes, we had this last week in USA with Vettel S03 1H doing that.
And I swear he got a penalty as well. And also, if you notice, he's not here.
I don't know. I haven't been told about the penalty situations, but yes, he did.
And he's also not here today.
Yep. Sorry if I do sound a little bit distracted every now and again. I am keeping an eye on the Liverpool Tottenham game as well.
You must keep me updated on the scores on that, because I'm a Liverpool fan, so you're going to have to keep me updated.
Screw you. I'm Manchester United. Do not say a word. I know how terrible this season's going.
Ladies and gentlemen, from here on out, we're doing commentary on my own, so say goodbye to Blazer.
Shut up. Easton's on his outlap, on his lap, but he's not really pushing on his mediums because he's not on a hot lap mode. But yeah. Well,
I think
should
a lot
we
of
actually
people
kind
are
of
just
mention...
going out to set a lap because obviously of the glitch thing.
Dude, it's actually my second time doing commentary this week.
Is it?
Yes, because I commentated F2 on the Sunday. Well, I was streaming F2 on the Sunday actually.
Oh.
Yeah, I was commentating Sunday for F2 for the Mexican Grand Prix. It's my second time in the commentary box again. So, yay!
I think most people here, by the way, are just going to set a lap just to stop the glitch happening.
Yeah, I think so too, yeah. I think Easton's just doing a very slow lap as we're on board our current championship leader and, well, potentially could win the drivers tonight if the results go in his favour. There's Easton's going around the final corner, crossing the line. 1:29.7.
I like the way he slowed down right as he got to the line as well.
And then Mr. Pigeon just comes and blitz it across the line with a 1:18.0. Because why not?
I was
So,
keeping an eye on Lando, see what Lando does, but he's going very slowly.
Yep. So, yeah, Mexico. We're in the Autodromo Hermanos Rodriguez circuit here in Mexico City. 17 corners separate this lovely 2.7 or 3.7 mile track. It can rain. It happened if you watched
Last night.
It did last night. Or if you watched last season F4, if anybody remembered. It was a monsoon conditions, a full wet into intermediate tyre conditions at the end of the race. I should know that because I had a head of a race back then.
The thing is, we had what track was it? Like a few weeks ago, where it rained in every division apart from one.
See?
Huh?
What was your question?
Which race was it we had like a couple of weeks ago or a week ago, whenever it was, when we only had that one division that didn't have any rain? Wasn't it like? What was the last track we did? It was USA. It wasn't USA. What was before USA?
Russia? No, not Russia. It was Japan.
It wasn't Japan then either, I don't think. But there was a race not too long ago where it rained in every single tier. Like, out of all 5, there was only one that didn't have any rain. And this track seems to be heading that direction at the minute, because we had rain last night, and you're saying you had rain on Monday, right?
No, we didn't have rain on Monday.
Oh, you didn't have it on Monday? So
no, I was saying
rain
last season in F4 we had rain.
So we've only had one so far that's had rain, which was last night, a little bit in qualifying.
Yes.
Okay. It would be nice to see some rain here with these F1 drivers though, so, like, these are meant to be some of the best drivers of the best, and it'd be nice to see them in some of the worst conditions.
Well, yeah. It would, but, you know. Oh,
you know, I kind of, in a way,
haha.
In a way, I want someone to join the lobby now, to make it 16 drivers, and then those that retired, like, too early, like Nat Dog and Easton and Legends, one of them gets knocked out or something.
Very funny there.
Vettel, wouldn't it?
Very funny, RSF and Vettel. Very funny.
Oh god, what's been said?
He's in boring Q1, and I'm just looking at it like he retired in the pits, of course.
Vettel, it wouldn't be as boring, mate, if you went out and actually did a little bit of practice ready for Q2, mate. It'd be less boring for you then.
It would be funny if it actually rained at some point. Yeah, it does look like, actually, to be fair, it does look like it could rain.
Yeah.
But I don't think it will.
I don't think it will either, but it could. You never know.
Good. Woulda, shoulda.
Just watching on board with Hush as he's going around his lap. He's been cruising, letting everyone through.
He's gonna beat the world record with a 2:27.
Oh wow.
You know, it looks like Dave's Rumble is going even more slower.
He did this last week as well, didn't he?
Yeah.
Though apparently, I have read somewhere that in real life F1, if someone did this in real life, they'd actually get disqualified, because apparently they have to obey a certain minimum lap time, apparently.
I think, right,
That's in real Formula 1, though. That's not the league. I don't know if the league has a rule like that, but I know that they have to stick to a minimum lap time.
I don't really know.
I know they do in the formation lap, which is why in Formula 1, like real Formula 1, everyone's a bit closer together than what you'll see in league racing, because they have to stick to a minimum speed, I believe, in each sector. Like, out of the mini sectors they have to stick to.
Oh, yeah. Can you just quickly pause the game and unpause it because you currently got a screen popping up saying midget pigeon is fastest lap. Even though it was Mansell.
Yeah, I've just done it. There you go, lad. Sorry about that.
Hopefully I should fix it.
I just wasn't too bothered by it at the time because, well, there's nothing going on really, so we're not really missing anything.
Yeah.
You seen how slow Dyslexic's going, by the way? Dyslexic is going so slow.
Yeah, so slow. He's just coming into turn 1. So
It's going to take him the whole of Q1 just to do his lap.
Yeah. Well, as this is happening, I'll quickly be right back. So I got my food.
Okay. There's not really a lot to say. You got 2 Renaults going slow as anything. And you got RSR Hush, the only other person on the track, so...
I am back.
Yeah, there's not really a lot to say, mate, to be honest.
Yeah.
It's just all a little bit slow.
Score
The 2
update. We're
Renaults
on
having a little battle
minute?
to see who can go around the slowest.
Well, to be fair, we're watching on Prime Video and it is slightly behind. What minute are they on? Wasn't it?
7 minutes, 01.
16th minute, so it's still 0-0. Liverpool Tottenham.
Okay. Thing is, I wouldn't be surprised if we lost it, like this game, because we. If I'm right by saying we have no Alisson, we have no Van Dijk.
Hmm.
I suppose I didn't even have a chance yet.
Ah, this is fun. We still got another 6 minutes 25 to go.
Now you've only got 1 car left on the track. Welcome to League Racing, everyone.
Really not much to talk about right now.
No, not really. We've already discussed what Eastern needs to do. We've already discussed what Lando needs to do. It's pretty easy what needs doing this week. And then the title's decided, and then... I have no idea what the Constructors is in this tier, because it's not on the
don't
website,
know. No. But, well, if you guys... Well, okay, it's saying, if you guys haven't heard... But... The Sao Paulo Grand Prix... the Brazilian Grand Prix... for Sao Paulo has been confirmed to stay in the calendar.
You're allowed to
Brazilian
get when
Formula
you're
1.
saying that. The Sao Paulo Grand Prix has been confirmed something. I didn't hear what you confirmed.
Oh, Mercedes won the Constructors' Championship.
Oh, okay.
Yep. The Sao Paulo, the home of Brazilian Grand Prix. The Sao Paulo. Grand Prix circuit. It's been confirmed to 2025.
I thought they were knocking it down.
Suppose, but it looks like they signed a new deal.
That's good. I'm happy about that. It's too much of a legendary circuit just to get rid of like that. Oh, Jesus.
Hey. It's selected.
7
Done,
minute
7:03.
3.4. Dear. Well done to him. Dyslexic, can you just come in the pits and retire now, please? Cheers.
Say again.
I was saying, Dyslexic, can you just come into the pits and retire now, please? Cheers. I do think... Hello, phone. I do think that we need a thing in the league to stop this from happening. I'm not gonna lie, like, when we get to each track, assess what a normal lap time is, like, around here's like, what, a 114, 113, whatever?
114, 113 for softs.
Yeah, and then have a look at this and just be like, right, the minimum lap time you can do in the dry is like 1 minute 30, or 1 minute 40 or something. So then you don't get all this, like, people just cruising around doing like 7 minute lap times. Like, yes, there's going slowly just to protect the tyres, but you also need to look at when it's too slow. It's not dangerous or anything, it's just very boring for the stream. Like, I don't mind personally, but those that are watching are probably just like, just going, well, this is a fucking waste of time. Excuse my language. But
Language, Timothy.
I don't really care, to be honest, about my language. No one's ever complained about it, so...
Okay. Oh! Anyway, at the end of Q1, Mansell goes fastest with a 116.1, then Mr. Pigeon with a 118, and Taro with 124.
Yep. 8 seconds separating the top 3. That's ridiculous. Now this is where the fun stuff happens.
Yep.
Shut up. And let me just unlock my phone so I can mute it.
You had to unlock your phone to mute it?
No, it's... I don't, but it's very faffy if I don't.
Well, look. Brighty Q2 though. Yay.
It looks even drier than the last session.
It didn't even rain in Q1.
Well, no, but it looks less likely to rain in this session.
It just got brighter.
Yeah. Who's out first? I think it was one of the... Who is that? Is that... XFR? No? RSF1, Vettel. It's Vettel and then Midzi, I think, isn't it? Oh no, it's Vansel. I don't know. Did someone crash out in the last session? I swear we had 15. I don't know. Unless we're drunk. Oh, Vettel. That was, it didn't look like it very stable through that S section there. I know it's not on its lap yet, so it doesn't really matter too much, but it didn't look very stable at all going through it. Still weaving. He's abandoned the lap though. Let's go on board with Mansell from here, because Mansell's about to overtake, so let's see what Mansell's going to do. Stick on board with him as long as he keeps somewhat going, so we can get a sight of the lap. Alright, who's that Haas that's there? Haas is finishing his lap. Well, his out lap, sorry. And then I believe that's Easton. Yeah, Easton's invalidated though. Nat Dog. There you go, 15-8 for Nat Dog. And then stop the pigeon. Go on then. Hey. Why can't you look in the mirror? Is it because you might break it when you look at it? I was going to say, Vertonghen's not there anymore, is he? Something like that, yeah. But anyway, Pigeon Munch. Stop the Pigeon is coming around the final corner. Looked a little bit hesitant on the throttle there, but still, 14.5. Easton's coming around. Oh, another invalidated lap by Easton. In the pits he comes, though. Aldaf is coming round. There is a Red Bull coming round. Is he setting a lap? No. Let's have a look at Aldaf, see what Aldaf can do. Looking very smooth on his full application and his steering. He's doing very good. Runs out VRS, but sets a 1:14.3, fastest so far. Rhombus is going around setting a very slow lap on a set of softs, so... And no one else is really on a lap, really. It's just Turbo now, I think. But he's invalidated, so... Oh no, Hush is on a lap, I think. Oh no, he's invalidated as well. Never mind. Diggles is about to start a lap. Not Diggles. I've done it again. I did this last week. Dyslexic is about to start a lap. Here we go then. Think Dyslexic coming down the start-finish straight on the medium tyres, looking to try and get through on them. Takes turn 1 and 2 very nicely, cutting the curb to the good amount that doesn't invalidate you, so doing very good there. Taking it very nicely through the start of sector 2. Almost like a double right-hander coming up there, and nails that quite well. Now the complicated S section that catches a lot of people out in qualifying and mainly the race for penalties. Gets that quite nice there, holding that inside quite tight, going over the curbs a really big amount there, and runs a bit wide but keeps it valid. Unless that was his plan, because he knows he can get away with it. Coming around the final corner. Oh, so Hush up to 6th with a 15.4. Very close times between the two medium runners so far. Legends coming around to start another lap, because he's invalidated this one. Let's have a look at Lando, see what he can do for this final sector. Cheers, Jeff. Very good lap there. X5 Turbo's coming around to set his first lap. I think. Oh no, he's not starting his first lap. Why can I not find Legends? I've gone past him, that's why. Hit turbo, there you go. Then you have Easton not long after that to follow. Easton just coming through turn 1 and 2 now. I need to have a drink, my throat's dry as out. Right, Turbo, 14-0, up to 3rd. Then as I said, Easton's not far behind follow, and also Rhombus I believe is not far behind Easton, so... Easton, the man who could win it all today. If he gets the right results, what can he do? Can he get up there to be with his teammate? Doesn't need to, it's only Q2. There you go. Nearly identical lap times for the two Mercedes there. That's very close for them too. Rhombus coming round now on the medium tyre around the final couple of corners, coming round. And he has set a 1:15.0. Leicester's, not Leicester, Tottenham scored. Yeah, I don't care. We got a race to do. Focus on the race, woman. You! We had like 10 people watching, now there's only 3. I'm on board with Vettel because he is the man currently in danger that's on a lap. Well, about to set a lap, so need to keep an eye on what Vettel does here because he could be knocked out. Yes. He set a very big banger lap earlier though, 27.8, so he's got at least 10 seconds to find. Which won't be too hard, obviously, because he didn't really push, but he's still got to find it. Easton's confident that he's retired. So is Midzy and Turbo. They were just obviously a bit more confident earlier. I have no idea. I'm going to be on board with Dyslexic for a little bit because Dyslexic is the guy in the drop zone that's going to be first one to set a lap. Mansell is ahead of him, but Mansell looks to be safe for the most part so far. Yeah, Hush, Dyslexic and Legends are both back out. Oh no, Legends isn't out again, sorry, my mistake. But these two here, 11th and 12th, are back out on the mediums trying to get, let's be honest, only 3 or 4 attempts to get through. If obviously Rhombus invalidates. Well, I have heard though that doing the one stop here, mediums to hards, is way more beneficial than doing a 2-stop. Even though the Delta says it's slower, if you can just maintain pace with people ahead of you and just keep DRS, it's actually quicker. That's my opinion. I could be very wrong, but if you can get in a bit of a DRS train on the hards, you're solid. And Dyslexics come back in, so Dyslexics called it a day. He's not done enough though. Yeah, that's the end of that. Oh, Q3 is going to be fun. Q3 should be fun. Some very close times. There's only, what, 8 temps separating everyone so far on the softs. Rhombus made it through though on mediums, so Rhombus has made it through for one stop. Do you want to invite anyone while we remember actually? Do you want to get anyone in? Who would you like? RSR Hush? Not spoke to him for a while. Invite him in. Yeah. Okay, can anyone in the stream here?
There we go. For some reason the box was
Okay.
unchecked. Wait, is it working? Yeah, I can hear myself now.
That was a bit of an odd moment.
It's weird. That is really weird because I have ticked the box and for some reason the Xbox decides to untick the box itself for some reason. So apparently you did that whole qualifying without me talking. A whole of
Yay!
Q1 and Q2 talking apparently.
Oh
Block
dear.
the Xbox, fix your goddamn things, will ya? No, I can't wait till I save up the money now and get an Xbox Series X. Or
It's not really
Series
having
S.
the money though to get one. It's not really having the money anymore, mate. It's having the availability to get one because I'm.
Oh
I've
yeah,
looked
true.
everywhere to try and get an Xbox Series S because I can't be bothered with the X. It's the same thing, and one's just bigger hard drive, and
Yeah.
well, I'm gonna be using an external hard drive anyway, and I'm not too bothered about using discs. So,
There you go.
and the Series S is like half the price, so why not?
Yeah. Well, yeah, why not?
Anyway, Vettel is the first one to be setting a lap, and he is coming around the final corner to do so now.
So down this
Here he
long
comes.
straight RSF1 Vettel goes. Up and got the DRS wide open. Crossing the speed trap at 207 miles per hour. Till you go braking heavily towards about 60 miles per hour or so into turn 1. Then turn 2, turn 3. Make sure you don't lose the rear end on the exit turn 3. Opens the DRS down the second straight again. Coming towards turn 4. Make sure you don't lock up there. Now turn 5, the right hander. Now into the double right handers of 6 and 7. Nicely, that looked beautiful there. Now turn 8 and 9 to the left hander of 10, and then the lovely left, right and left of 11 and 12, and he has invalidated. Right, Eastern then. Our championship leader into 11 and 12. Slow wide on the exit, but managed to keep it in track limits. Coming towards turn 13 now. And then into 14 and 15, and then the final two corners of 16 and 17 round. The final corner, here comes Easton. Crossing the line, burns out his DRS and sets a 1:13.9. And
It's gonna be
Mitzi,
very hard for people to beat, I think, that.
yep, and Mitzi goes
Mitzi's finished straight
fastest
away.
with a 13.8. But where is Lando? Lando's just kind of going through to turn 7, coming towards turn 8 and 9.
You got Turbo, though,
10
coming around
and
the
11,
final few corners now. XFR Turbo, what can he do? Coming around the final corner, puts his foot down and uses all of his ERS that he can. 14-1.
Here comes Lando, comes towards the last two corners now, 16 and 17. It's not gonna be. It's gonna be a fast lap, but is it gonna be quicker than his teammates? Yes, it is. Just quicker than his teammate.
Vettel is invalidated again, and then Pigeon Munch behind him is invalidated, and then
Nat
it's the
Dogs.
Nat Dog who is the next one.
Yep, NetDog's next driver to set up. Opened the DRS for the third time. Going around turn 13, now 14 and 15. Gotta be careful not to lock up your front left as you turn into turn 14, then now into 15 and 16. 16 and 17, shall I say. Crossing the line. Here's a 14-2.
Right, who's the next one round? Is it...
Nobody else will be on the lap, I'm pretty sure.
Just having a quick check. Easton's not. Rhombus isn't.
No, nobody's on another lap. Eaton's in the
Pigeon's
pits, you mean
invalidated
Lando?
again. Yeah, Lando. That's what I meant. Yep, that's runs one done.
Was that clock running into the tunnel?
He normally does, to be fair.
Oh wait, an 8 time, he's running straight into the tunnel. It's half time at Liverpool, at Anfield, 1-1.
The best stadium in England.
Debatable. Anfield is not,
Everyone's
not the
gonna-
best stadium in England.
Well, it's been voted, but many times as the favourite stadium to visit for away fans. So
It's got one of the best
Atmosphere.
atmospheres,
Yeah. Anfield, mate.
If I'm-
Anfield's not the best
got-
stadium in England. It's got the best atmosphere in England.
Well, no, but when fans got asked what stadium did they like visiting the most, and because so then it takes away from people voting for their own stadium, the stadium that came out on top was Anfield. It came out on top was Anfield.
Old Trafford's the best stadium in England.
I mean,
Yeah.
yeah, for taking a shit in the stands, yeah.
Interesting stat. Liverpool ended the first half with 80% possession.
Liverpool were 80% possession at the end of that first half against Tottenham. That's a bit, it's Tottenham. Right, let's ride on board with Missy. With 5 minutes to go, he's doing his final runs.
I don't know where I'd say is the best place to go because I've only ever been to one away game for Liverpool, so which was at St Mary's. So
I've never been to a Premier League game.
St Mary's was quite nice, to be fair. It's like a nice little. I kind of
I've
say
been to
championship stadium.
ex-Premier
to be
League
honest. It's not
stadiums.
anything- Yeah, I've been to Portsmouth's. Which was like that.
I've
Fratton
been
Park,
to-
Portsmouth?
Yeah, Fratton Park, Portsmouth.
Yeah.
I've been to QPR, which is Loftus Road. I've been to the DW Stadium in Wigan.
We need to go to Aldaf, by the way, because Midsy's invalidated.
Yep, and I've been to the Stadium of Light at Sunderland, which is a beautiful stadium.
I think I've only ever been to three or four stadiums for match days, which is kind of weird. And one of them's fucking Sinsel Bank in Lincoln.
To be fair, I only went then because my dad let me went, and because it was MK Dons, my home team. So
Anyway, qualifying. We're coming into
Yep.
the final 3 minutes of qualifying. We
Final
need
3
to get our
minutes.
heads in this a little bit.
qualifying, and Aldaf is just coming around turn 16 and 17 now to finish off his lap. You know, it's gonna be a 13.8, a quickest of this session so far for the Scuderia team. Now, who is next on that?
I think it's Turbo, I think.
Vettel.
Even though he's on an outlap. Oh, is Vettel,
Vettel.
on another one, is he?
No, he's not. He's actually not pushing. So it's Rhombus.
Is it Rhombus?
Yep, Rhombus. Vettel is not
Yeah.
pushing. He's not using the RS. Oh, and then
Oh,
Rhombus.
Rhombus is-
God damn
yeah.
it! It is now Turbo.
Yeah. Or is it Lando? No, Lando's on
No.
an outlap. Never mind.
Going down
Right.
the second DRS straight now. XFL Turbo Pound is
Purple.
purple in the middle, first sector, shall I say, coming towards turn 4 and 5 now, and then now come towards the double right-handers of 6 and 7. Looks
He's actually
nice.
quite a tight line on the exit.
Yep. And now into 8 and 9 and 10. He's taking that line beautifully. 9 to 11 and 12. Look at him. He wasn't even lifting that much in 11 and 12.
4 attempts up nearly.
4 tenths up, purple in the middle sector. That's what I was talking about. If you take that line perfectly through 8, 9, 10, and 11 and 12, you could go flat out through 11 and 12, and that's what he near enough pretty much did. And it is going to be a 13.5.
That's a quality lap.
That is a
But
banging
Lando's gonna be
lap
coming round
there
now.
from Turbo. And that's what I said. If you hit that line perfectly at 8, 9, and 10,
Lando's
you-
up by a tenth and a bit.
Oh.
So Lando
Yep.
could be up here to beat that.
yep, but as I was saying, if you could take 8, 9, and 10 so perfectly, you could take 11 and 12 flat out. And that's what he did. And that was brilliant. And then Lando.
Not
Oh,
quite.
Lando! Only just by 2 milliseconds. Literally, 2 milliseconds separates the top 2.
But Easton here is the only person that could really do anything now.
No.
He's backed out the lap.
He's
He's
backed
made a
out.
mistake.
He's gone wide on the exit at turn 3.
He's not going to have time to set another lap, I don't think. Could he? Actually, he might make it round. Maybe.
No, I won't.
I don't know. But anyway. Who's the front guy of this group here? Aldaf, I think, is the front. But he's not on a lap. Midsy's not doing anything. Vettel, who's not doing anything. Turbo, who is.
And to be fair, it's going to be close, but yeah, Easton ain't
No,
got
he's-
ain't going to make it.
I think
No.
Turbo's going for
Eight.
another lap here.
7, 6, 5, 4. Oh, it's going to be close. No,
Not quite.
he just missed out by at least 3, 4 seconds. Alright, mid-C, what is he doing? He's just down by 6/100ths.
I don't
In
think
the first
Turbo's
sector.
on another lap though, but Turbo, I think, was a bit down in his time. Mombus isn't pushing. Aldaf is also pushing as well, and he's just invalidated. So Turbo's probably the next car to come round to settle up, I think. No, he's not. He's invalidated now. Midzy.
Middy's a 10th up on this lap. Turbo's not on the lap. Here comes Mitzi around the final corner. Can he take pole?
Nope, but close.
No, he
Very
doesn't.
close.
Who's the tail lap? It is Netdog.
Nat Dog didn't do much more, but he has improved a little bit, gained one more place on
Yep.
the standings.
So that will conclude Q3 here, and XFR Turbo claims pole position here in Mexico Grand Prix, with RSF1 Lando challenging for that title in second place. Easton, our championship leader, is in sixth. Of course, if you remember, Easton needs to finish sixth or above, and he will finish. He will win the top, RSF1 Tier 1 championship. It's even if they finish in the top podium positions, or Natdo and Mantle 10th. Skyline.
Yes.
Is it if Easton finishes 6th and Lando finishes anywhere in the top 3, is that Easton winning the championship, or is that going to...
If Easton gets 6th, it's title over no matter what.
So, yeah, basically that's what I'm saying. So if anywhere Lando finishes in top of the top 6, if Lando finishes in the top 6 and Easton finishes it in 6th or in the top 6, Easton wins it anyway.
No, if Lando wins the race, like gets first, and Easton gets 6th, Easton wins the title. So 6 is the magic number for Easton today. If Easton finishes 6th, doesn't matter what Lando does.
So yeah, as I was saying, if Lando finishes anywhere in the podium, and then Easton finishes 6th, Easton's won it.
Yeah.
That's what
But
I'm
I'm
saying.
specifying it to be first place. Like, you know, that's not anywhere on the podium. That's first place. That's winning the race. It's still not good enough. I did invite Turbo into the party for a podium interview, but well, not podium interview, pole position interview, but he's not joined. So shall we try and grab Lando then?
Yeah.
Let's see if we can grab Lando. I know we're not meant to because he's not on pole, but who cares? Let's see if Lando will join, see if he's got anything to say. We'll see. He's not joining either, I don't think, so... Oh, this hasn't gone well at all. Let's have a quick pause though, see if we can have a look at the race director, see who's starting on what time. Oh, Lando has joined. Hello, Lando.
Hola.
Have you ticked the little box?
I have,
So, on today where a lot of things could go your way, Easton has that magic number 6 next to his name where he's starting on the grid, which is all he needs to win the title, no matter what you do today. But being so close to being on pole by 0.002 of a second, you must have some confidence to keep the championship going, and maybe Easton might make a mistake, I'd have thought.
I just got a own race. Let Easton run his own, see what happens. Try and get a good slipstream into turn 1.
What's the strategy for you today then? You going to go soft, medium, medium, soft, medium, soft? What are you planning here?
It looks like a 2-stop, but we'll see what the race throws up. Safety cars can change everything, so...
That's very true. Keeping us a little bit in the dark here. You're not helping much, I have to admit.
Doesn't want
Is
to
it
give
gonna be a
anybody a
fully dry race
strategic advantage.
Yeah, can't give anyone an advantage.
You don't need to worry about that. It's only Eastern.
He could be listening.
Yeah, you gotta
Hey,
think.
Eastern.
Think about it. Think
I'm
about it,
thinking
Scotty.
about it, really. I'm trying to do what I can, okay? There's like a 5-minute break for before the race starts. I'm trying to think of things.
I'm gonna go now before the race starts, so I'll
Yep.
catch you guys in a bit.
Alright, man. Good luck. He didn't seem like he was too interested in his interview today. I don't know what's going on with that, but can we get the race going now, please? What are your thoughts for this race, and what are you expecting to happen going into this?
I don't know. It's gonna be interesting. I think. I mean, think about the distance between lights out. Well, pretty much when they start going from light out and then that the run down to turn one, to the first break instead of turn one, it is quite a bit.
Oh, we're readying up now. Eastern has got the lobby undergoing, so we are going to be going on to the formation lap very shortly. But remember what I told you though, if Eastern has a bad race, Lando still needs second and the fastest lap. If he gets just second, it won't be enough. Yeah, it's going to be very exciting. Just looking at the tyres, you got Vombus on the mediums and then the bottom three. So you have got some people like Dyslexic and Hush that didn't even bother with the mediums. Got a really bad view here of the start of the race, but there we go, we changed it now. X-File Turbo from pole, 5 red lights, and away we go! 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 I don't know what I'm doing. But Turbo gets a good start there. Eastern has got a very good start, and Turbo's got one just as good from pole position, which is unlikely to say normally because of slipstream into turn one, and the screen's gone very blurry there for me. That's very weird. But Turbo has a little bit of a squeeze on Midzi there, who tried to look around the outside of turn 2, but couldn't quite get it pulled off.
Easton side by side with these Wombats here for 5th place.
Lando as well, alongside Aldaf. Lando holds it quite nicely, and he could have actually pushed Aldaf to Easton a little bit there.
Ooh.
And he has Aldaf has gotten Easton on his inside, but actually managed to hold him off quite nicely. So Aldaf is in the middle of this little battle here, and there's a 5 seconds stop-go penalty for Vettel for ignoring blue flags.
Okay. There's a bit of a weird one there for R7 Vettel. Again, 5-second time penalty for ignoring blue flags. Yes, there is supposed to be someone speaking here. Kind of doing that grid rundown. That was supposed to be me. That wasn't. You didn't hear me talking. Then I don't know what's going on. For some reason, my audio doesn't. It like keeps. I'm muting it. Keeps muting itself. So every now and again, it keeps cutting out. I don't know why.
To be fair, you was lagging a little bit on the formation lap as well, so maybe that might have something to do with it as well. But I didn't want to interrupt you while you was doing that. Niger Legends is going up the inside of Vombus here. So Legends looking to get the overtake done into turn 1. It's quite a long straight, and they're both on the medium tyres, which is making it even more interesting because there's no tyre advantage really. Oh, they're keeping it quite close, but Legends had a little bit of contact with Vombus there, which sent him into a little bit of a manoeuvre steer, but he managed to hold it quite nicely. And now the grid fucks up.
It looks to be all glitching out about at the moment. It is Easton currently sitting comfortably in that 5th spot and that championship winning spot as well, if you say. But yeah, it's still very early in the race, only lap 3, so anything could still happen. Aldaf is trying to close the gap slightly to RSF and Lando, but RSF and Lando is pulling away from Aldaf, and now he's closing the gap to Midzi as we get yellow flags popping up there. That was, I don't know who that was. Yellow flag. Oh, Lando was getting a bit squirmish on the exit there. I'll turn 15. Losing the rear end slightly. Gets the fastest lap though.
Lando is looking very quick on this straight though. He must be running a lower aero compared to other people around him. He's not using the DRS, but I think that's because we have the glitch. We're not actually on lap 3, but apparently we are at the same time. But
no, I think we are.
We have got a couple of people in the pit lane now. You've got Vettel and Veloce in the pits.
Yeah. No, I think we are on lap 3. It's just because DRS, of course, wasn't enabled at that time, I think.
I don't know. It's just very weird. This game is broken and a mess, and yeah.
And at the moment, Lando is very close to the back of Midzi and trying to find a way past him.
But here you go as well. Lando will get a little bit of DRS on this little straight here. I don't really see why there's DRS here at all, to be honest, but we have it there anyway.
Yeah, Aldaf is right on the back of Lando here as well. The top 5 are very close to each other.
It does seem like the I'd say everyone in the top 4, maybe even the top 5, is running very different setups, because Aldaf catches up in the twisty bits, whereas Lando catches up to a lot of people on the straight. So it's what we like to see, a variety of different setups and people catching in different places, and obviously different driving styles help different drivers also. So it's just very nice to see the different variety of overtaking opportunities for every one of these drivers. It's very nice to see. Midzi's getting right in the thick of things at the minute. Right on the back end of XFR Turbo, but also Lando catching up to him as he looks for a little bit of a move on the inside of Turbo there. Don't think that was fully intentional, but he nearly made it, nearly squeezed him out to make it work, but not quite. Well, not squeeze him out, but squeeze up the inside as Aldaf gets a 3-second penalty. We're going to be seeing a lot of that, I think.
Yeah.
I need a drink again, my throat is dry as oat today. Ugh. But here we go, Midzi now coming onto the back straight.
Lando's on the back of Midzi. He's going to go for a move, and at the same time, Midzi's going to go for a move on Turbo.
Turbo could lose 2 places here if he's not careful. don't think he's going to though, but he might lose one to Midzi.
Yep, here we go.
Giving Midzi
Here we
all the
go.
room on the
Turbo
inside,
might
and
go-
Lando is going for it as well.
Lando's having a
Potentially
look.
three wide. No, not quite.
No, oh, there's like
Oh,
contact
there's
between
been
the two.
contact! Oof! Both of them got away with that.
It's like contact between the two there. Unfortunately, Aldorf is not close enough to try to capitalise that moment there. But at the moment, it's, even though we're in lap 5, it's starting to spice things up now.
Yeah, this little group up front, the top 5, have all pulled away from
The top 5
midfield.
is spaced away from everybody, but at the moment, Pigeon Munch is actually just slightly, ever so slightly closing the gap now.
Thing is, that's excuse me, that's good for Pigeon Munch because he's not going to have dirty air ahead of him, so his tyres won't get as quickly worn. He doesn't have to push too much because the next cars behind him aren't really catching, so he can afford to cruise along at his own casual little pace and keep his tyres safe for longer. So that could be
definitely
interesting to see what he does with that.
Here
Next Turbo
comes-
looks a little bit too far away to trouble Midzi now, but Lando could get Turbo if he's not careful.
He's not close enough. Lando's on very low ERS. He just went down to 3% at the end of that straight there. Lando burning a lot of his ERS. And the Turbo gets a little squirm from the turn 3. Lando could potentially have a little look. He has a little look, but he's still not close enough to the back of Turbo.
It's very hard to regenerate ERS around here. I did a little practice test in the GP mode in the Mercedes. Let the ERS run all the way down on the first few laps, like trying to use it all just to see what would happen. And it took me like 5 or 6 laps to gain it all back. It just wouldn't regenerate properly for me because I wasn't using it like on many straights afterwards.
Mostly a lot of straights around this track. It's hardly any braking corners around here. Easton goes very wide on the exit of turn 13 there, so that's a lot. So this is losing a lot more times.
Lando has a good run here.
Very
on
much
Turbo.
time. I think Easton might be having a little problem here. He's lost a lot of time there.
He's not really under pressure by Pigeon Munch yet though, so he doesn't need to worry too much, and he is in a good position at the minute because this will give him the championship.
Yeah. Just look on board of Easton though. Literally, look on board of Easton. Look how close to back of Pigeon Munch. Look at Pigeon Munch. Oh,
Oh, Pigeon Munch has got past. What? What's... Huh? Did I get a bit of a lag spike then, or what? That was...
apparently
yeah,
Easton's
virtual safety car.
disconnected.
Oh, has he?
And we got a virtual safety car.
See if you can get Easton back in. I've just had a quick pause
that's
and
what I'm
unpause
gonna
just
do.
to reset my screen. Invite him back in case he has disconnected, because obviously he'll want to get in while this VSE is still out so he doesn't lose too much time.
Yeah, he's connected. I just have to look. He's on the main menu.
DRS enabled and safety car, well VSC has gone back in.
Right, the
Not
VSC
back
is
in, but it's
over.
disappeared. But
That's
Turbo
weird because we
doesn't
didn't even
look
have
like
the
he's got
thing
much of a
pop up
good run.
saying Easton disconnected.
I didn't have it either. But Lando here looking to get on the inside of Turbo into turn 1. He's putting up alongside using all of his ERS again. He's down to his final 3% again. He loves doing that at the minute. Gets past Lando quite easily. Not Lando, Turbo quite easily. So Lando is now into second place. But now he just needs the fastest lap to keep the title alive from Easton because he is now dropped down to 7th place behind Rhombus and now 8th. So now I think that means, yeah, Lando still needs to get fastest lap to keep the title alive or get past Midzi.
Easton's now dropped down to 10th. I have invited Easton. This is not what Easton wanted.
It's not affecting him too much either because at this rate I think Easton does get to keep the title, so it's not all bad for him.
Easton's 10th, so he wouldn't get a title.
He will, because Lando needs fastest lap, which he doesn't have.
Oh, yeah.
And let's see if we can find out what the fastest lap is.
Is
Maybe I'll
Easton
find out
back
the
in?
fastest lap.
No, he's still got a big egg. Why is Easton not back in?
Don't know. But we have got a few cars now into the pit lane. Let's bring up the tyres. You have got Turbo, Lando,
Oh, apparently
Pigeon
he's in.
Lunch, and Dyslexic in the pits. So Lando's come in for an early stop here to go onto the mediums, so that's definitely skewing him for a 2-stop in this race. Easton, Mansell, Aldaf and Midzi are all staying out on track currently on the soft tyres, trying to go a little bit longer, maybe
Yes.
just also waiting for their teammates to make their pit stops.
Apparently Easton's still got an X on his name, but also is, when I look at his profile thing, he's still saying he's actually on multiplayer on the Xbox, so I don't know what is going on here. Oh,
I
no,
don't
Easton's
think he
back in his
is
car.
because Zizou's just overtaken.
Easton's now
that
back
little
in his
jitter
car.
just then. Yeah, I've just seen that. So Easton now down to 7th place, just been overtaken by Zizou. So Easton will have to fight a little bit to get past Zizou, but probably might pit this lap just to avoid that traffic that he'll have. Oh no, he doesn't really have any traffic ahead of him, but to avoid Zizou ahead of him at least. But obviously tyre wear will play a part as well.
Yeah.
There looks to be a nice little battle
Hold
going
up,
up here.
it's in
There
the
is
pits.
Legends and Mansell battling. Aldaf in the pit lane. Yep, Midzi's still staying out.
Easton is coming in.
Easton coming in the pits, and Lando waves his hand goodbye to his teammate as he drives past him. Thing is, I'd have thought Midzi would want to pit soon, so he doesn't get too much of a doesn't get undercut too much by Lando, because Lando could get a very nice undercut here because he has got free air and free track ahead of him on fresh tyres.
Yep. Mansell and Legends having a little battle there, and of course Legends just got past Mansell, but Mansell is trying to fight back.
I don't know if Mansell will fight too much though, because his tyres will be very much worn at this point. But Legends will now be
Vettel
looking to
and
capitalise on
Yeah.
Rhombus.
Having a little battle as well.
Vettel and Hush, let's have a little look with them. Go on board with him.
And it was Harsh getting past Vettel, and now Harsh is now past Vettel and pushing.
Go on board with Turbo as well, because Turbo looks to be trying to catch Aldaf a little bit. Both on the same tyres, both fresh mediums. Be
Both
interesting
have
to see
penalties.
who makes the most of them early on.
Mitzi's
I'm
in.
not too bad about penalties at this point.
Both McLarens are double stacking.
Let's have a look at that, shall we? Oh, it's fine. They made it work quite nicely, to be honest. But Lando is coming past the pit lane now. Lando is going to undercut Midzi and take the lead of the race, I think. Well, provisional lead of the race, should I say. Which isn't what Easton needs. Easton needs Lando to be behind Midzi, because Lando, at this point now, with where Easton is on track, will keep the title going until Brazil.
Yeah.
By the way, guys, if my information is wrong, just blame RSF1 Brundle, because he's the one who told me this information. So if it's wrong, blame blame Michael. Okay, thank you.
Always blame Michael.
Always blame Michael.
But
Mitzi
Midzi.
here though got a great run on Lando.
Yeah.
I think I beat you to it for once. Ha! You didn't beat me. Screw you. Mitzi using his DRS, trying to catch up to the back of Lando, ready for the next long straight, or the start-finish straight.
And here comes Midzi. About to get ready to
Go on,
go for
Midzi.
him down this long straight at the exit 10-17.
Put your foot down, lad. Open that DRS. Catch that Mercedes.
Here comes Midzi.
Going up the inside, Midzi.
There
on
goes
Lando.
Midzi on the inside.
Lando's holding it though, and he
it's-
couldn't quite hold it.
He's passed.
Yep. couldn't quite hold it. But Aldaf and Turbo got a little battle on behind this little group here.
Lando's trying to fight back
Turbo
into turn 4, but no, he doesn't. Turbo now gets
kept
past
the inside
Aldaf.
locked up a little bit. I think Mansell's under pressure from Veloce a little bit as well, but Veloce will have to pit shortly because 8 laps on them softs. I think there might be fresh softs though, so they might be okay for another 4 or 5 laps yet, but it won't be too long before they just hit the cliff because it doesn't take much for them tyres to go off.
No, it
Lando's
takes
on back
about
on Midzi again.
at least.
Midzi might be wanting to make a big push as soon as possible to try and catch up to Zizou, or Lando might catch up to Zizou, and then have a little DRS train.
No way.
Uh-oh.
Oh no, Burvine.
Uh-oh.
Oh.
Football talk.
Burvine
Well,
had
the race has died out a
best
little bit, so what's
chance
happened?
of scoring to make Tottenham go 1-0 up by.
Oh, hang on. Let's have a look at this battle here for Vettel and Hush. Vettel is looking to go around the outside of Hush, I think. No, he's gone to the inside. Very, very deep line, though, because Hush is squeezing him to a very difficult line. But I think he's going to keep it done and dusted. No, he's not. He's lost it. Hush came back on the inside of turn 2. But Vettel isn't going to let that go. He's going to come back. Oh, he's lost the back end. Ooh, kept it nicely, though. But Nat Dog is not too far behind. Nat Dog could be looking to make a move on Vettel here. And does he? No, he doesn't. He doesn't make a move there. That's probably quite good. Oh, chaos at the back. So look, see if Dyslexic can get past, and I don't think Lando's going to make a move yet, and Veloce comes into the pits.
Yep.
Midzi is close to the back of
Veloce
Zizou, though, which is what
in
he
the pit,
needs
so
for
he's
Lando to get that gap.
in 11th.
You seen this gap to Midzi, though? Midzi and Zizou. Zizou is falling into Midzi's grasp, which will benefit him, but not Lando.
Yeah, Lando's actually 5 tenths behind Midzi at this rate.
I think these guys on the mediums, though, the top 3, I think they've only got, what, about 3 laps left of tyre life, I think?
Yeah, well, about that 14, about that 15, 16 they'll come in.
Oh, I see one coming in now. It's the Renault of Days Wambus has
Yeah.
come in. And
Yeah.
so has Legends.
Legends.
Will Zizou come in as well?
Yep.
Zizou does come in, so the top 3 have now pitted. So this is the order that we're looking
So
for.
we'll find
Midzi
about
and Lando are 1
15,
and 2.
16 they'll come in for the 2-stop. And that's what they did. So it's just a matter of time where they're going to drop and where's Easton. Zizou's going for a 1-stop. He's gone from mediums to hards.
I think he should be okay to make that work, to be honest. It's nearly halfway through this race, only a few laps from the halfway point.
He's in 10th place at the moment. He's in the points. There's only 1 point at the moment for Easton.
Lando needs to get a move on and get past Midzi as soon as he can, but not obviously too early, because obviously Midzi will have a chance to then come back at him.
Yeah, 100%. Now, definitely what will happen here, if that does happen. At the moment, where's the fastest laps? So at the moment, Lando finishes where he is. Easton will win championship because Lando doesn't. Well, he's in the position, but Lando doesn't have the fastest lap. Is that right?
Yeah, that's right. Yep, I think that's right from what I've been told.
Aldaf is closing to the back of Turbo. Here comes Lando, actually. Here comes Lando. No,
he's not done it.
He stays
Neither has
behind.
Aldaf. Oh, drink again. My throat isn't capable of doing this today. It's okay, there are only 20 laps to go.
Yeah. He's actually closing the gap. He's now closed the gap to 1.7 now between him and Dyslexic.
Look at this gap there
Here
between
comes
Lando and
Lando.
Midzi. It's very close. Yep. He's got the overtake done.
But the overtake at 10:13.
But now Midzi's coming back to fight him, and it will be on the start-finish straight. Midzi should get past Lando quite easily, you'd have thought.
Yeah. I have to see it now. Here comes Mitzi.
Lando has got quite a bit of VRS saved up though, but we'll see if it's enough. He is using overtake to try and defend a little bit. And I think he has actually done it. I think he's actually defended that.
Yep. Mitzi's not burning his ERS.
Midzi still has got more ERS than Lando though, so Lando is going to be struggling a little bit to hold off Midzi.
Yeah, 100%. That's what's going to happen.
There's a nice little battle back here though with IGN Legends and Mansell and Rhombus for 6th place. There's all three of them quite close together on track, with Mr. Pigeon Munch only a second ahead of them, so this could be a four-way battle if Pigeon Munch doesn't pull away from it.
Easton looks like he's lost a little bit more time now to Dyslexic. It went down. It was about 1.7, 1.6. It's now 2 seconds now between him and Dyslexic.
There's a few interesting battles on this. You've got a nice midfield battle brewing up, which is going to be more cars in it, and then Easton will catch the back of it at some point as well. You've got the battle for Lando trying to keep the title alive, and then you've also got a battle for the last place on the podium. So there's quite a lot going on in this race today.
Mitzi gets close to the back of the Mercedes, but he's just not close enough. He's not going to burn a lot of ERS trying to battle it.
Look at this little group though back here. There's three of them potentially going 3 wide into turn 1. They haven't quite managed to get in 3 wide, but there's a few overtakes there, I believe. IGN's got past IGN has got past Rhombus at least. But Pigeon Munch has lost both places in that, I feel. Because I think Pigeon was ahead of both of these people, I think. Might be wrong, but I don't think I am.
The only way to spoil this party now between the championship battle here between Lando and Easton for the championship battle here is if Lando picks up a time penalty.
Yeah, Lando is actually kind of pulling away from Midzi here. The DRS doesn't seem to be helping him quite enough to keep up with Lando.
He's not really burning
And
much.
there is that penalty! He's got it! He's got the penalty that you're on about. You have just cursed him. So Lando needs to push even harder now to try and get a 3-second gap to Midzi.
Why?
Oh, just get the fastest lap. How can that be?
Oh, I can't believe I just jinxed that.
Midzi just needs to keep his nose clean. He doesn't need to battle Lando too much. He just needs to keep his nose clean. No penalties. No more warnings.
Why did I just jinx Lando? Oh my lord.
Mansell's just got past Pigeon. Pigeon has lost 3 places in the last lap and a bit.
That dog's in the pits. And also...
That might be to retire though, I think, potentially. Blazer. I think we may have just lost contact with Blazer. Let me just have a quick look. Sorry about this. Yeah, Blazer's connecting. So I'll try and do what I can until Blazer gets his connection sorted out. Unless it's mine, it could be mine. You never know. But Midzi looks to be struggling now to catch back Orlando. Blazer Guns has left the party. I will try and get him back as soon as I can. Midzi is closing up to Lando a little bit, but he hasn't got it done this time, and I don't think he will, because he's just losing the time through the middle sector. No one's really making any overtakes. I'm just pause and unpause to make sure that the screen is set for what we need it to be. Vombus is on the back of IGN trying to catch him. There's just these big gaps between a lot of people, but then there's like pairs of people. Because you got Lando battling Midzi, you got Turbo battling Aldaf, you got IGN Legends battling Vombus, then you got Mansell battling Pigeon. It's just pairs of people at the minute. I thought there was going to be a nice big midfield battle, but it's all separated out a little bit at the minute. And IGN has just pulled a bit of a gap on Vombus to try and get rid of that DRS. But Midzi and LR Blazer is back in the party. Are you here? Are you gone? Are you alive? Yep. Your internet's being shite. Oh, Aldaf is making a move on Turbo. Aldaf on the inside. Oh, he's going for it as well. Midzi went for it. I'm sorry I missed that, but I didn't think he was going to be able to make a move, but he has done. I tell you what could be actually quite important here is if there's a late safety car, Easton has no penalties and he could jump everyone from 2nd down to 7th for penalties currently as it stands. He's also got on the medium tyres at the minute. He's only done 10 laps on them, so he is on a good strategy. We'll be looking to see some other people around here though pit, like the top group, especially like Lando, Turbo, Pigeon Munch and Dyslexic pit, because they are on 11 lap old mediums, so they'll be pitting within the next like 3 or 4 laps potentially. But someone like Midzi might stay out of that a little bit longer because he's on newer tyres. Obviously did a bit longer on the softs. Yeah, he is. These two won't leave each other alone for the rest of the race, I don't think, unless one of them has a massive mistake somewhere. I'm not saying which one might make a mistake, because I don't want to curse either of them, so we don't want another curse today. There is a nice big battle for the final place on the podium though. There's 4 cars in this little podium battle now. You got Aldaf leading it with Turbo just behind, Legends and Vombus have caught it. Let's have a quick look at penalties. So you got Lando on 3, Aldaf and Turbo on 9, Legends on 15, Vombus on 3, Mansell on 9. Obviously then the next 3 people are penalty free. Zizou on 3, Veloce on 9, Hush on 0, Vettel on 6, and that dog on 5. Not 5, 11, because obviously he had a 5-second penalty is what I was meant to say. But Lando here looks quite close to the back of Midzi. He could make a move into turn 1. Looking to the inside now goes Lando. I think he's got the move done now. He has. He cuts back inside. Cuts off Midzi from diving around the outside. Does that quite nicely. Back into the lead Lando goes. Indeed it is. It's getting very, very interesting between these two. Because Lando obviously needs to win the race to keep the title alive. But Midzi, with that 0 penalty so far, is keeping it very hard for Lando to do. But Easton has now caught the back on Dyslexic. So Easton will be looking to get that move on Dyslexic done next time round, I'd have thought. Unless Easton pits, because Easton could pit for an undercut now and avoid the traffic of Dyslexic ahead of him. Yeah, we are having a few technical issues with Blazer, the co-coms. He's trying to talk to us, but he's not having any luck with talking. Yeah, but Bombus looking to go on the inside of XFR Turbo here for 5th place. Looking to go on the inside, and he does go on the inside, but he's going to have to keep it around the outside of turn 2, and he does keep around the outside on the softer tyres as well. So there you go. Bombus has got past Turbo, but obviously will be pitting very, very shortly, you would have thought. Nat Dog with another 3-second time penalty there. Midzi all over the back of Lando here, so he needs to keep this gap close during this middle sector where following is going to be hard. This is where the fresher tyres are coming into play a little bit. Oh, Midzi's got penalty, so that has equalled out 1st place. Both of them on 3-second penalties now. So Midzi will be slightly annoyed at himself for that, not having that buffer anymore to Lando with having a 3-second penalty of his own. Oh, Lando dives into the pit lane. Lando is in. Let's keep on board at Lando, see where he comes out, because this will be very important to avoid traffic. But he could come out near his teammate if he doesn't put his foot down when he gets out of the exit. And we have now got a Haas in the pit lane, a Pigeon Munch. Pigeon Munch is in. Lando is on the back of his teammate. And then, not Lando, Easton is on the back of his teammate coming out the pit lane. He's getting a bit of a slipstream. Lando is going to be overtaken around the outside by Easton because he just didn't have the momentum coming out the pit lane. Easton is now ahead of Lando, but Easton still has to pit. This is interesting. Yeah, the fresher tyres, softer tyres. Everything's just in Lando's favour to get that move done, and he will pull away from Easton in this middle sector now, so Easton will be saying goodbye to that DRS on the start-finish straight. But Vombus is all over Aldaf there, and he gets the move done quite nicely, so just caught the tail end of that little scrap there. But Vombus will now be looking to get a move done on IGN Legends, but I think he might be a little bit too far back this time round. I think, oh no, he's coming into the pit lane with Legends, and also Aldaf has followed them in, so all three of them are in the pit lane with Turbo behind coming in also. So 4 people just coming into the pit lane to get some fresh tyres. Probably another set of softs to get to the end, because 10 laps on the softs is not that hard to do. Where's Easton? We see Easton. Easton is in. But Midzi hasn't pitted yet. And obviously people now, like Lando, are going to be getting the undercut on Midzi, just flying on the soft tyres. And I think Midzi has already lost the lead, because I think it's like 20 seconds for pit stop. So Midzi could have lost out massively here. Yeah, I'm thinking like time you lose compared to people around you, I think it's only 20 seconds, because you do keep moving. So there's Easton come out into his own little bit of free air there. Still behind Sync Dyslexic. Not in the points anymore though. Let's go on board with Zizou. Oh, Midzi's in. Let's see where Midzi comes out. I say no, we'll keep an eye on Lando. Lando will be pushing to get ahead of Midzi, and I don't think it'll be too much of a challenge. But round the final couple of corners, he is coming now past the pit entry. Yeah, and I think even IGN Legends here has actually caught the back of Midzi, so we'll go on board with Midzi. Yep. But IGN Legends could catch the back of Midzi here. Look at this. Look at this between Midzi and IGN. The gap between Midzi. Yeah, but look at Midzi and IGN. That's not what Midzi wants. Yeah, I think it's just the undercut from the mediums to softs. That's how powerful it is. But Legends is just keeping that 1 second gap just about. Not on this straight though, which is probably quite lucky for Midzi. But look at that, 8 tenths. Then where's the DRS activation? It's before the second to last corner, because obviously the final 2 corners are kind of won in these cars. Did he get DRS? Legends with the fastest lap though. Pens, okay. There you go, there's the penalties. I'll give it a quick rundown for you. Lando on 3, Midzi on 3, Legends on 21, Rhombus on 6, Aldaf on 12, Turbo on 12, Zizou on 3, Mansell on 12, Pigeon is clean, Dyslexic is on 3, Easton is on 0 and the clean, Veloce is on 9, Natdog on 14, Vettel on 9, Hush on 3. There's the penalties for you, soak them up as much as you want. I'll keep them there until, what, lap 30. I'll keep them there, and then I'll bring up the tyres so you can see what people are on. So I'll keep that up for a couple of laps for you. Right, Aldaf, all over the back of Rhombus coming through the middle sector. He will obviously have DRS on this little straight here. Aldaf running a little bit wide through the S's though, on the exit. Pigeon Munch with now a 3-second penalty, that's his first one. Okay. So Aldaf making a move. Well, trying to make a move, sorry. On Dave's Rhombus. Rhombus blocking the inside a little bit, placing his car quite nicely to make it awkward for Aldaf. But Aldaf gets the moves done nonetheless. Both on soft tyres, both going to the end of the race at this point, I would have thought. iGen is not managed to keep up to the back on Midzi, unfortunately for him, but will be looking to try and push to do so. Okay. Welcome back. And you can't make the stream settings because we heard you at some point, so it's obviously not the stream settings. So it's something to do with Xbox. Yeah, it's not ideal. Mansell is coming to the pit lane. No, not Mansell. Turbo's coming to the pit lane. What tyres was he on? Oh, he's retired. 3-lap old mediums. I don't know why he's retired there. That's very bizarre. But Rhombus looking on the back of Aldaf on this second straight coming up to turn 4. Yeah, no, I went on board of him. See what he was doing. Yeah. Well, I'll try and do what I can. I mean, if you want to leave, dude, and you can't bother to just faff around with it, you can leave if you want, and I'll try and take it on my own from here if you want. It's up to you. Okay, okay. I just wanted to give you the option there, that was all. Like, if you didn't want to stick around and you're just a bit fed up of it, like... Okay. You're not really missing a great deal anyway, because there's no battles really for points at the minute, so... Yeah, I'm on board with that, but... Other than this little scrap at the minute, there's not a lot going on. But, hang on, I have just noticed that Lando has now got 6 seconds worth of penalties. But he will still be in the lead of the race by just under a second, so... Midzi needs to get his foot down. Rhombus is closing ever so more on Aldaf, but it's just so hard to keep the gap at a consistent rate in your favour when you're behind someone. Following is just not easy to do. And Easton's obviously just behind them too as well. You know, I remember last week. I don't think there'll be a safety car now. I think it's too late. But, well, it's not too late for it to come out, but I don't think anyone's going to make a mistake that's going to warrant the safety car to come out. Unless someone like Midzi pushes too much or something, trying to catch and makes a mistake and spins. That's the only way I could really see a safety car coming out. But everyone else is just cruising at their own pace because the gaps are just so spread out at the minute, other than a couple of people like Rhombus and Aldaf, and Zizou's even lost out to Dyslexic now, so... I mean, Vettel and Hush are having a little bit of a battle for 13th place, whatever that means to them, so... I'm just looking on board with Vettel and Hush to see what happens between these two. Vettel choosing to go around the outside of Hush. And Hush keeps the place. Yeah. Easton, look at Easton coming around the final corners now. Easton is within DRS range of Zizou now. So here they go. DRS open for Easton. Hasn't got any ERS to push with though, unfortunately. He's down to 1%, 0% for Easton. He's not using any ERS at all. The electronic energy is all gone, all used up. Can't use anything. But he is now closer for the next time round if he can keep within that 5/10 gap, I'd say. But I have noticed though, Midzi, look how much Midzi's caught by. He's not under that 3-second margin yet, but he's about half a second closer than what he was. Hey, Firmino. Bobby Firmino. Anyway, back to the race. I don't want to focus too much on the football with these closing laps. Yeah, I think so. I don't think Easton can do anything to get into the top 6. I think the gap is too big for that now, with only a couple of laps to go, so... No. But, it makes things interesting, because it goes down to the final 2 races, which is what we love to see. We don't want to see... Well, if you think of it, actually, not only is it going to Brazil... But Brazil isn't until next year now, like the in January, because we have a couple of weeks off Christmas and New Year. So the anticipation for the finale is going to be building up even more over the Christmas break for people. So anticipation is going to be killing people to see what happens for Easton. Still on board with Aldaf, as Rhombus is still looking to get a move on him. He can get 6th, don't get me wrong, he can do it, but it's not likely. Actually, yeah, I didn't think of penalties, yeah. You know what, I kind of forgot about penalties. Even though I've got penalties open, I forgot about them still. Oh, actually, this could be interesting then. And I'm just clarifying with someone on Discord real quick. Who's got 3 seconds? Sorry, Midzi. Yeah, sorry, I was just sorting something out. But yeah, last lap of the race. Let's go on board with Lando because I don't think there's going to be any more moves being done. All the gaps are a bit too big. So Lando, on his final lap, going around these corners for the last time. Looking to carry the title through to Brazil. He could do it, but obviously it's all on Easton to do. Oh, I don't like this. This is this is too much. Vettel's got another penalty, even though he's in last, so that doesn't affect anything for us. But Lando coming around the final corner now to take the win here in Mexico. Well done to him. Amidzi comes around in second. I don't know who's going to be third. I think it's going to be Vombus getting third after penalties. Vombus is in third currently. Legends is dropping down the grid. Legends obviously crossed the line in third, but he hasn't kept it. Pigeon is next across the line. Going around the final corner now with Vombus just behind, not Vombus, Dyslexic just behind. 5th place, Easton is champion. He has done it here in Mexico, and as far as I know, I think I'm not going to 100% say it as champion, but provisionally before Steward report, Easton is champion. Obviously, there could be something we didn't see, and Easton may or may not get a penalty. You never know; things do happen. But provisionally, Easton is champion. Because all it'll take for Easton to lose that championship is if he's caused an incident and gets like a 3-second penalty. That's it, gone. But I think we can say he's champion. I think. So I think what we should do to make it fair is invite the top 3 as per usual, and invite Easton. Just in case the title is decided, because I feel like it could be. And obviously I'm going to have to do the fucking interviews because you can't talk. Damn it. Right. I don't know. Right, so let's get in Lando. Midzi. So what I'll do is I'll ask the questions to everyone, if obviously the stream can't hear you. And then I'll give you the opportunity to ask anything you want to all 4 drivers as well, so if I miss out something you can ask it. Well no, they should hear you, the stream will be interesting. Yeah, it would be a bit embarrassing if we try and do too much. Yeah. Alright, so I'll get started while we wait for Midzi to join, because I don't know if Midzi's joining or not, but we'll get started from the podium and then we'll go to Eastern afterwards. So, Vombus, you had a very busy race. You didn't get left alone too much in that. So, starting fourth, finishing third, mainly on penalties to be fair, but you still had a very good race. So, tell us from your point of view, Vombus. So it did look like an interesting race from start to finish because you was always involved in some sort of battle. So like, there's always someone just ahead of you or someone just behind you. So, and obviously, starting on the mediums, like one of the only people to do it, and definitely the only person in the top 10 to do it. So that was definitely a good achievement for you to get through. Well, you didn't do much from your end, as you're saying, but it's enough to get you a podium. So well done, I do congratulate you. Oh my gosh. Do you want to give a quick race summary from your point of view again? Do you want to quickly go through it? Cool. Nicely, one word sum up there from Dave's Wombus. Anything for Brazil? Any thoughts for Brazil? Or obviously we've got the Christmas break now, so we've got 2 weeks until, well, 3 weeks until we get there now, I think it is. So okay. Well, we'll look forward to keeping an eye on you at Brazil. So that'll be interesting. But well done on your podium for today. Midzi hasn't joined in second, so I'm going to jump over Midzi and go straight to Lando. Lando, you had a very good race from start to finish, really. It was a battle from start to finish, really, other than the final stint between you and Midzi, so it was very interesting to watch. Obviously, back and forwards between the pair of you to try and keep the title alive to Brazil. So, starting from where you started, finish where you finished, like starting second and finishing first, must be proud of that. Well, obviously, like you say, the title may be over, but the season is still fully alive for a couple more races. So, Brazil, what are your thoughts going into that? You're going to try and prove a point there that you can potentially gun for the title next season, or you're not too confident around there? What's your thoughts for it? Yeah, it's kind of a bit of less pressure now, isn't it, really? So if you have a bit of a bad race, it doesn't mean too much now. So, and obviously you've already got the constructors as well, so the constructors isn't anything to push for either. So it's now just social races really for both of you two. But anyway, well done on your win. I want to congratulate you on that. That was very good to watch. So well done. Uh, Anything you want to say, Blazer, to Lando? Cool. I'm talking to myself on the stream. This is fun. It only happened to us the last 6 laps, so we didn't bother restarting the stream. I mean, hopefully people can hear it back on replay when they watch it back later on. So hopefully these interviews aren't all for nothing. So let's hope for that at least. But I will ask you, Easton. Not a great race, disconnected. But all the attention is going to be on you because unless there's any steward inquiries, you are champion. That must be an amazing feel for you to have won the title this season. So, do you want to tell us your feelings and thoughts after this very long, hard season to have won it all here in Mexico? I mean, it's a well-deserved title. You've been dominating for quite a while. Obviously, you had a few misfortunes during the season, which is why it took so long for you to get it. Because we was looking at you to win it last week, but obviously you had issues last week. But finally, you can say that you're the champion. So I don't really know what to say to you, but it's been very, very fun to watch F1 for the last few races as I've not been here for the whole season. So watching this tier is a privilege for me, at least, and watching you win the title, obviously so young as well. Like there's going to be more to come from you, that's for sure. I don't know. Brazil. What are your thoughts for Brazil? What are you expecting from there? Oh, okay. No assist at all then, is that, or is it? Do you use traction? So no assists. That'll be interesting to see. Why not wing it completely and take off line as well while you're at it? Why not? But you're already champion. If you kill people, it doesn't matter. You're already the champion. What do you mean it makes you look like a bad driver? I thought you already was a bad driver. No, but seriously though, well done on the titles. But I will have to end off the stream with a big congratulations to Easton and obviously the top three as per usual. So RSF1 returns tomorrow night for F4. So tune in for that. Anyone who's interested in F4. Yeah. Easton's not very happy. He's very disappointed that he's won the title. I'm sure you'll be getting a bunch of messages on Discord. Yeah. Well, we do apologise for any technical issues for tonight's stream. I've been Monster Skyline, joined tomorrow night for F5, not F5, F4. And we'll all see you next time, in the new year. So that's been me, Monster Skyline from RSF1 Tier 1, and goodbye.